Dan Bilzerian now has a publicly traded company in the US, and guess what? It's an OTC. So if you don't know what that is and you don't know who Dan Bilzerian is, you need to watch this channel because this is the only one that covers OTC penny stocks. So don't listen to anybody else on YouTube when it comes to OTC specifically, because they get traded completely different than anything else in the stock market. So stay tuned. I'm going to explain why coming up. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Own the Chaos. My name is Brad, and yes, Dan Bilzerian has a publicly traded company. Everybody just now flipping out about it as of yesterday, but we've known about it for quite a while. For those of us who've traded OTCs, it was just a matter of time before everybody else caught on. And really everybody else caught on because Dan actually happened to just tweet about it and put it out on his Instagram profile, really his Instagram story. Took a couple screenshots just to let everybody know about it, but it's been tradable in the US for the last 3 weeks. And nobody else would have known about that had they not been proficient in OTC penny stock trading, which is why you need to like and subscribe to this channel, because if you really truly want to get a grasp of the entire market and you want to learn more about penny stocks, specifically in the OTC, this is the channel that you want to be at. Now, having said that, this channel is about more than that. I'm just the only one that really kind of dedicates their time and energy to the OTC penny stock space. I do have content as it relates to being an entrepreneur, starting your own business, and also just regular old day trading. So if you want to see more content such as that, again, please like and subscribe. I certainly would appreciate it. Now on to today's content. So I just want to give you proof of concept, okay? So I run a mentorship every single day. I'm within a Discord with my group of people. I also do a live stream from 9 to 10 a.m. If people want to see my live trades, me go over kind of some of the stuff that I'm thinking about trading throughout the day. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just exactly what we were looking at when we were looking at for BILZF. Because it's kind of funny. It's just like once everybody saw that Dan was tweeting about it, then it was like, oh, now it's tradable today. No, it's been tradable for quite some time. So just check out this clip. You'll see what I'm talking about. So anyways, if you guys don't know what Ignite is, we've been talking about this just to keep an eye on it over the last couple of weeks because it started to get some movement. And if you guys don't know what BILZF is or the Ignite brand is, this is Dan Bilzerian's brand. So this is a cannabis company, various types of cannabis products. This is something he's been working on for the last 2 years privately, and it looks as if it's finally gone public and it can be traded on the markets. Well, I think there's some value to be had here. So Dan Bilzerian's a huge personality. You can Google him. He's all over the place. He's got one of the craziest Instagram accounts I've ever seen. And so what is going on here, this is a cannabis company that he's been building, like I said, for the last 2 years, only because I've been following Dan Bilzerian for a while now. A huge multimillionaire, and this company he's been building out worldwide. This is a worldwide company, and so I think that $1.30 may be undervalued here. I have to do a little bit more research on them. This is like an IPO. So there you have it. We kind of been watching BILZF for a while, and again, that's why, you know, if you want to learn more about the OTC, this is where you got to be. And having said that, what do I think about BILZF moving forward? Well, now that Dan Bilzerian's kind of put his blessing on it, what I want to do is kind of share with you how OTC stocks really get traded and what to expect moving forward if this is something that you want to invest in. So I'm going to share my screen with you here real quick, just kind of go over my due diligence process when I'm thinking about investing in a particular stock. So here goes. All right, guys, so one of the things that I do when I'm doing my own due diligence on any OTC stock is I'm looking at things like share structure, how much debt are they in, and, you know, how easily or not so easily can something move. And, you know, going through the share structure, looking at all the debt, that sort of thing is going to be able to help me understand how well this stock can move. So the first thing that I did when I talked about this with my mentorship folks is that and really everybody else, if you are interested in checking out the channel, I also do Stock Watch Sundays. So I've talked about BILZF at length previously, so you can go back and watch those as well. But, you know, I pull this up on OTC Markets. I'm looking at the share structure here, and I see that it's got 10.5 million or so in the float, which is kind of on the high side, really, if you look at something that's priced at this price point. And for it to go higher than this, it's going to take some significant buying power, which today, which is September 24th, it's seen significant buying power. And so it's been a little bit all over the place, been very choppy, you know, has been as high as $4 today and came all the way back down to $1.60, which is very characteristic of a penny stock. What I think is going to happen here is that the people that have been holding on to this for quite some time are probably going to take their profits, get themselves out of this thing, you know, maybe save some of their shares to see where BILZF can go. But for me personally, I think that it will. And just to kind of give you, again, proof of concept of what was going on here with BILZF, this is something that, you know, we've been watching since the summertime when it wasn't actually tradable on OTC markets or in the US, and they went through that ticker symbol change. You can see all of that here. You can see that, you know, on 9/3 that this came out, that BILZF is going to be tradable on the markets now. So they went through the ticker symbol change, went through all of the things that they needed to go through to be able to be traded on the market. And so looking into that further, when I look through, you know, again, doing due diligence, I'm going to go look at their annual report. So I'm going to pull up an annual report to see how they're doing. Do they have a whole lot of debt going on? And all of that good stuff. And then I'm going to go exactly down to the balance sheet to see how well they're doing. Do they have a lot of notes that they're going to have to convert into shares to dump on their investors? And right here, it's really not looking like that's the case. It looks pretty good, looks pretty solid. They look like a very valuable company. Total assets as 16,221,000. And so far, this looks like a pretty good buy. Tap that on with the fact that it's run by Dan Bilzerian, who has one of the craziest Instagram, you know, accounts that I've ever seen. So you go check him out. I mean, you can see this guy is the modern day, what do you want to call him? Hugh Hefner. He's a modern day Hugh Hefner, and it's really something to see. So I follow him just for the entertainment, but you know, the guy is serious. He loves to run his brand and just drives it into the ground, shares it with everybody else. So much so that all the girls that hang out with him, every single one of their bathing suits have the Ignite brand on them. You can see these tiny little black logos here. That's the Ignite brand. So you can see that Dan Bilzerian on September 20th actually put out that they are tradable on OTC markets. You know, and it just so happened that everybody else, all the young kids that were on Instagram, happened to see it yesterday. So, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, we saw this coming a long time ago, and if you weren't used to trading penny stocks or OTC stocks in general, then you would have missed the boat. So there you have it. There's a pretty good synopsis on the Ignite brand, and it's a legitimate company. If you go to their you know, website, you can see that they have all kinds of stuff, products as it relates to CBD, all kinds of MJ products, and this is a worldwide company. They're in Europe, looking to get into Asia as well, and obviously in the US markets and in Canada. That's kind of where the Ignite brand started, was in Canada, because obviously it is, you know, legal on the national government level up there. So lots of positive things going on here. If you're looking for something to actually invest in, for me personally, I think that BILZF could definitely be a solid play moving forward, something that you can kind of just set and forget and wait for a nice little return on this. This is not something that I would suggest trading, you know, just for a quick flip or day trade to try to think you can just get in and out of. That's not really how, in my opinion, you play penny stocks. You make nice swing trades out of this because you see value in a particular stock long term, and that's how you really kind of make the real money down here. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked that. If you did, I certainly would appreciate a thumbs up and share this all over the place. So if you are watching this for the first time, if you're visiting my channel for the first time because I'm talking about Dan Bilzerian, share this and be like, hey, you know what? There is more to the stock market than you guys and D-guys. It just irked me because there's a lot of other YouTubers out there. Some of them gave good information, but there were some in particular that had no idea what they were talking about. They just took, you know, what they found on Instagram and took it as gospel when that really wasn't the case. They didn't do their homework, and I'm here to show you how to do this the right way. So take that for what you will. Again, if you like this, I certainly would appreciate some comments. Let me know what you thought. Some of the, do you think that BILZF is going to be a good buy? You let me know. And so that's going to do it for me. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are visiting for the first time, I want to remind you that the platform that you saw that mentorship on in the morning is WeTradeHQ.com. That is my platform. I've built that with my partner, Jake. and it's a great community to be a part of. We're constantly improving it, constantly adding new features to help you become a better trader and to help boost the community, support the community, and it's just been a fantastic ride so far. So go check that out. Lots of cool stuff within WeTradeHQ.com. It's absolutely free to join, so go check it out. And that's going to do it for me, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, I will see y'all before the bell, and B Smith is out. Hey, thanks for sticking around. If you like that content, I certainly would appreciate a subscribe if you want to see more such as that. If you want to see me drinking and making hilarious toast with my partner Christian, then you can click this video right here. Or if you want to see more stock related videos, click that one as well. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.